Hello and welcome to Inside Edition, where we discuss national, regional and international issues in depth. Cancer is a disease that causes cells in the body to change and grow out of control. Most types of cancer form a lump or mass called a tumor. Fighting cancer, trying to find the causes behind it and preventing them have become national objectives to be achieved not only by the patient and his family, but also through collective efforts by the treating physicians and other specialized bodies. Since its establishment in 1989, the Bahrain Cancer Society has been working constantly to spread knowledge among the Bahraini society about causes of cancer, its way of treatment, as well as methods of prevention. To know more about the Bahrain Cancer Society's main efforts and achievements, we are pleased to be joined here in the studio by its president, Dr. Abdrahman Ibrahim, who is a fellow of the Royal College of Surgeons in Edinburgh and the American College of Surgeons in Chicago. Welcome back. Joining me here in the studio is Dr. Abdrahman Ibrahim, the president of Bahrain Cancer Society. Thank you for being with us, Doctor.
My pleasure. Anytime.
Doctor, first of, can you give us a brief idea about what the disease of cancer is actually of or about, and the causes and main ways of treatment that are here until now, knowing that there is a huge variety, of course?
This is a good question, because when you ask anybody, ask him what is the cause of cancer, he say, I don't know. Nobody knows. This is not real. Every cancer have cause. The only thing that we don't know what trigger this cancer. Now, for example, if you talk about cancer breast, cancer colon, whatever it is, let me just to say something, okay? That if we know the cause, and definitely we are going to know the cause, so we know how to prevent this disease. This is a killer disease.
Yes.
So prevent is important. Once you prevent, you will save the future generation. Many major diseases. Take, for example, cardiovascular, hypertension, for example, brain stroke in general, whatever it is. You found it's not anymore community problem or not, what you call it. I always call cancer is a major health problem for varieties of reasons. Now, most, as I said, of these cases, disease, we overcome it. We know.
Management or medication?
Management-wise, detection-wise, whatever it is. But we don't so far have any, what you call it, a prevention of cancer. Because prevention is the mainstay of management. So when you say cancer, and you ask me what is the cause of cancer, the question so far, not we don't know, because if you see what don't know, it means you will stop finding what is the cause. Now, certain cancer, thanks God, we know what is the cause. For example, take an example, and this is long-standing. Those people who are working in the factories, in the industries, whereas there is asbestos, you hear about the asbestos.
Yes.
It causes, what you call it, mesothelioma.
Yes.
Of course, this is not, scientific.
It's a type
meeting.
of cancer.
A type of cancer. Asbestos, those who are working in sweeping the chimney.
Yeah, mines as well.
In chimney they got, scrotal cancer.
Yes.
And lot of examples. They have, those who are working in factory where they inhale toxic material.
Yes.
It will cause cancer of bladder. Now, those, we know what is the cause, so we have to stop. Now, no more asbestos.
Yes.
No more toxic material for, the laborers or the worker to inhale. So certain cancer, we know about it, and we eradicate that one.
Yes.
But the majority, we don't know what. Cigarette smoking, and thank God, Bahrain government, they did a lot in this field.
Yes. Programs for smoking cessation.
Education first, education. Then if the people, they don't listen, they increase the prices by maybe 200%.
Yes.
So at least try just, hold people. This is just step by step.
Right.
Still, they have not closed the stores to sell cigarettes, okay? However, now, for example, what we want to say, environmental. What is environmental? Environmental, like chemical, whatever it is, okay? Lifestyle is important. Lifestyle important. People, they say, what do you mean by lifestyle? Lifestyle is doing exercise, avoid eating junk food, try to get rid of their obesity,
Right.
and we will talk about this later on, because people, they said, what is the relation between obesity and cancer? Nobody knows.
There's a very big there's a big
But they don't know exactly to my belief that, my best belief that people, they don't know what is the relation between obesity. We can talk about this if you want, later. Now, what is these factors? What happen? These factors will lead to damage the chromosome. Then it will damage the DNA. This, of course, a science.
Yes.
But let people know that, where the cancer starts.
From the cells of the human being.
The cells will be damaged. The DNA, the chromosome will be damaged. Once it's damaged, it will be irreversible damage. What we call it, mutation.
Yes.
Those cells who are well organized, working, perfectly, every cell knows where it's placed, what is their function, it become, ruin.
Yeah.
So as simple as that. That DNA damage, a mutation, and this is irreversible.
The Bahrain Cancer Society actually does a lot, not only to educate people about what cancer is, but specifically what their type of cancer is when you have certain people coming to you. So can you tell us a little bit about the establishment of Bahrain Cancer Society, in addition to its vision, the main goals and missions that you have set for yourself?
Yeah, Bahrain Cancer Society established in 1991. This is the oldest, society in this country, as I believe, from the medical point of view. Now, why we established this? Established because the number of cases is increasing, and no particular, body take, what you call it, the attention to the number of cancer, how much people died of cancer. So this was what you call it, gathering of a group. It is not doctors, a group of people, merchants, teachers, nurses, doctor as well. They thought about this, and they, decided that, the time has come that cancer is a major health problem, and we have to have something regarding this. So this is non-governmental, non-profitable society. And the main goal of this is education. Education is the prime stay, as I said, for, the community to be aware, about cancer. Now, what we did our campaign. You want me to talk to you about campaign?
Yeah, of course.
I think 2015 we thought about, cancer. And we found that the number is still increasing. So we thought at Bahrain Cancer Society that the time has come to do at least something positive.
Yeah.
And we thought about to start with about cancer of breast. Now, there was what you call it, study before, that cancer of breast is a major health problem. So how can we combat this? You will laugh when I am telling you. There was a debate what we should call this campaign. And there is a lot of opinion. Then at the end, I settled on this.
Bahrain.
As Bahrain Cancer Society said, if you are going to have a campaign, don't say that this is the early detection of cancer.
Okay.
The word cancer is very frightful
For anybody.
for all human being, not anybody, a human being. If you tell them cancer, nobody will listen. But the funny thing, very interesting, that we decided, we got, a support from a lot of really very kind people, and we nearly spent 1 million BD, and we started talking with the Ministry of Health. So our, mission and all the criteria we need, whatever it is, was, waiting the approval of the Ministry of Health. So at the end of the day, this is a very long story that, Dr. Nada Hafad, God bless her, I spoke to her, and after that we inaugurate this campaign.
Beautiful.
Now I'll tell you something, and don't laugh.
Okay.
We have sent maybe 51,000 invitation.
Yeah.
51,000 invitation to all ladies in Bahrain, whether they are Bahraini or non-Bahraini, inviting them to come to do mammography. Now, before we invite them, you will ask me, where you invite them? We have installed from the money, we bought 5 mammography machine. We installed one in Arad Health Center, one in Naim, one for the all, government of
Different
Bahrain.
areas, yeah.
And we call them, please come. Do this free of charge, and we will let you know whether you need further or investigation or not. Okay. I sent 51, I remember. And I was so surprised. Those who responded, you know how many responded to this? 1,000. I said, okay. Then they, people with me, everybody said, no benefit out of this. We installed so and so and so. I said, you have to have sort of patience.
Yeah.
You cannot do something and you get, fed up with it. Still early. So we just keep repeating this.
Absolutely.
But, at the end, we succeeded in doing more than maybe 26,000.
Yeah.
And we spent more than 13 years. We are responsible for this campaign. And after that, according to the, what you call it, agreement with the Ministry of Health, we said, okay, we're supposed to do it for 10 years. Now the ministry itself, the Ministry of Health requested us to just extend it for 3 years so they can prepare for it. I said, okay. So when we finished 13 years, we went there and said, take this one. You continue, please.
And you gave.
They are doing it now.
Yes. All right. One of the things that we were talking about the society's goals, as you mentioned, is education. And part of education is that education forwards itself, and that is also through the doctors and the specialists that are working at the society or that are part of the society. You yourself mentioned that you evolved a screening program that will help the patient not only get diagnosed, but also educate them about the types of cancer they have and how to deal with it. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
See, first of all, when you are, first of all, you have to spread the news. I will tell you something, frankly, that if you want to do any screening, you must have the acceptance of the community for this.
Yeah.
If you tell them that cancer breast is nothing, inside your tummy, it doesn't need anything, only just take mammography or sonography or so and so and so. So we have to educate them and tell them there is no harm no harm at all, because you cannot do any screening if it is harmful. And I don't want to elaborate on this. There is some investigation is harmful.
Yes, they're invasive. Yeah.
Exactly. And medical terminology, something invasive.
Yeah.
Mammography is not invasive. This is number one.
Yeah.
Number two, I have to reassure them that, mammography, there is a lot of debate, as you hear, and about mammography. Don't listen to this.
Yeah.
Mammography, to the best of my knowledge, has reduced the cases of management cancer at least by 30%. So
breast
many
cancer.
survive, because we used to see breast cancer at late stage.
Now it's early detection.
Now we are doing detection. Still we are using, a lot of cases. I see a lot of cases at an advance. But this is due to, as I told you, what is the problem? Problem that, people, they think that if they have cancer, there is no hope, no treatment, she will be dead, nobody will look after her children, maybe her husband will divorce her, and so many factors. Hope that I answered your question.
You did, definitely.
Okay.
When we talk about cancer in general, not just breast cancer, but the Cancer Society deals with all types of cancer for people in general, but a lot of multidisciplinary teams come into it. I mean, oncologists, nurses, surgeons, plastic surgeons, all kinds of surgeries and multidisciplinary teams from the medical fields have to be a part of the treatment of this patient. How important is it to spread awareness among healthcare workers on the way to treat these patients?
Of course. This is at least ABC of our campaign, that you have to educate not only the community, you have to seek the help of all those medical personnel,
Right.
whether they are doctors, paramedics, nurses, and the hospital in general.
Yeah.
I mean, you cannot function. This is not single hand
Yes.
problem.
Yeah.
It needs, two hands to clap.
Yeah.
So this is what you are saying is the aim. The aim of Bahrain Cancer is asking for a volunteer. You cannot do this one alone. And this is, Bahrain Cancer is a society, non-profitable. We are non-profitable society. We are depending on the donation of the whole community.
And the volunteers of your staff.
And volunteers from the head of the society till the last, small member there. All of them, this is volunteer.
Yeah.
They have to, and thank God that Bahrain now starting, encouraging, I'm talking about, the school, the university.
Yeah.
They started encouraging people to do something voluntarily, like, involved, to be a member in Bahrain Cancer Society. They should know exactly what voluntary things they are doing. This is very important.
So, yes. When we come about volunteering, also part of the volunteering is having the proper tools in your hand. And the government of Bahrain actually always has supported and facilitated a lot to the Bahrain Cancer Society in order to help them reach the goals that they want. How do you value this constant support and facilitation provided by the Bahraini government to efforts that aim to promoting awareness about cancer as well as supporting patients?
This is no doubt about
Yeah.
it. Bahrain government, I think, has no doubt that it deal with the cancer victim from A to X, Y, Z.
Yes.
Management of cancer is very, very dear, very expensive.
Very expensive.
If you are talking about, forget about, diagnosis. Now, after diagnosis, you have to do, a test which is proven that this is cancer. After this, you have to take the patient and give them according to their stages. Maybe they need surgery, maybe they need chemotherapy, maybe they need radiotherapy,
Yes.
maybe they need hormonal therapy, maybe they need immunotherapy.
Right.
And the government of Bahrain has no doubt, let's say that he is responsible
Yeah.
and capable of offering everything for the patient. Even if they need
Absolutely.
something to go abroad, they'll never hesitate.
Absolutely.
Thanks God to the government
Yes,
of Bahrain.
okay. When it comes to performing its duties, the Bahrain Cancer Society deals and cooperates with a lot of different corporations and institutions. What can you tell us about these kind of collaborations and how do they contribute positively to achieving the goals that you aspire to reach?
Yeah. Now, what is the goal of Bahrain Cancer Society? Is, dealing with cancer victim. So cancer, in its broad meaning, it is cancer. There's nothing changed. Varieties of cancer means nothing. But how can we deal with, cancer? We, as Bahrain Cancer Society, we cannot do it alone. So, the Bahrain Cancer Society is a member, or at least, part of the GCC Cancer Federation.
Okay.
We are not only just, part, we are active member of it. This is number one.
Yeah.
Bahrain Cancer Society also a member of International Cancer Society
Okay.
in Europe and America. Okay? You cannot function alone. You have to have the experience of the others. Cancer, and we used to hold a lot of conferences, and as you know, conferences is very expensive.
Yes.
The last conferences was 2 years ago, and we talk about cancer in general, diagnosis, management, and we invite a lot of pioneer speaker from the state, from Europe, etc. So from our cooperation, every year there is one country will be responsible to have a cancer awareness program.
All right.
Last year, I think it was in Bahrain. This year it will be, United Arab Emirates, and so forth. And we are working very hard on this. And there are 2 conferences coming in Bahrain talking about cancer.
Okay.
Cancer, very major health problem.
Yeah. Looking forward to it, definitely.
Okay, we'll invite you, don't worry.
The Society actually supports relevant research studies, specifically the ones undertaken by individuals or institutions. What's the importance of having, or what is the importance of the outcomes of these studies and the research is done in general about cancer?
Well, this is a very good question. And we have even in Bahrain Cancer Society a committee called Cancer Research. So we are encouraging research. We did some, not in the management per se, not in the management of cases.
Yeah.
Now we don't know which one we'll use. Now we don't know what is the best, at least for the Bahraini victim of cancer, we don't know what is the best management. If you go and ask people, a lot of people, they want, cooperate with you.
Yeah.
So we need, at least this is, a message to those who are concerned or dealing with cancer, that they should, cooperate. Because this is, for the benefit of community.
Yeah.
It is very sad when I am asking you to give me information, so and so and so.
And you withhold.
If I will tell you about this, you will get,
Sad.
upset or depressed.
Okay.
I will give you an example, and just for sake of this,
Sure.
so they don't say Dr. Fakhro is not, telling the truth. We did something called oncotype,
Okay.
because you know that cancer at the end of the day will lead to what you call it, oncogenic.
Yes.
So we want to know oncotype,
Yeah.
DX oncotype, if I can remember it well.
Yeah.
And this each test cost $5,000. We did it, and with the agreement with the Minister of Health that we need at least 10 patients, 20 patients. We put a budget.
Yeah.
And we used to take, the sample of the specimen and send it abroad. We want to know whether this is, this test is effective or not. Because this test, if they did it to you, they will say, your patient doesn't need anything. No hormonal therapy, no chemotherapy, no radiotherapy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So we did this. We finish, we pay maybe for 30 patients.
Yeah.
Each one is 5,000, maybe 15,000.
It
Okay.
decreases the time for diagnosis.
It is not important. The important that we know at the end of the day that we will spare a lot of management agony for the patient, budget for the treatment.
Yeah.
It's different between when I give, chemotherapy, which is very, very, dear, and when I give, radiotherapy, which has very harmful side effects. However, we did this.
Yeah.
Till now, nobody feed us whether this is what we did is, correct, and everybody, I think, will hear this, whether this is correct. And if they want to change their mind, we will give them the number of patients, the names, and this is, of course, top secret. We will give it to the government or to the Ministry of Health,
To get the help if they need it.
To get, tell us, is it okay? We will continue.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because this spare a lot of, of not only budget-wise, moral-wise, side effect of this, whatever it is. So we are doing, this, but we want somebody to cooperate with us. Hopefully.
Definitely. Part of the things that you guys do or the Cancer Society does is train individuals that are participating in the field of cancer prevention. What can you tell us about the training programs for the healthcare staff and caretakers of cancer patients?
Well, this is very good question. And so far, how can I say it? Because we are, what you call it, a society which is only a hospital based. If we are hospital based, I myself I can train them.
Yeah.
Okay. Now training is very important. We send people who are already trained, which are they became member, to show the ladies how to examine the breast, to give lectures, whether in general or so we have many doctors, and they are willing, to participate in the training. If you want anybody to be trained, it should be, at least cooperation between that body, which is hospital, should be hospital-based, and, the Bahrain Cancer. We can arrange for everything. Doctors, models, because we have models. We have models. We used to give lectures, okay, to certain people, like every year in October we used to address the companies, banks, okay, and we show them what is the meaning of breast examination. We have a model for this, okay. We give them brochures. I gave you brochures, and so far. We are doing our best, and we are happy. We are not happy. We are happy.
We're content.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay, so in order to spread awareness, the society needs to have the information. As you've mentioned, you made a lot of publication and pamphlets and everything. How does social media come into this equation? Is it important to communicate this awareness message?
What I found, to be honest with you, and this is not a secret, that you distribute this and they throw it.
Okay.
People, I don't know, they have this habit of not reading.
Okay.
Maybe they are having sort of fear, or they want, to have a denial. Problem with us is the denial. Denial is the major factors. For this reason, we are looking for psychologists, psychiatrists to participate in this. You cannot manage cancer without presence of psychiatrists or psychologists. Now we are distributing a lot to publish what you call it, booklet. Cancer breast, cancer uterus, cancer ovaries, blah 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 blah. Just imagine side effect of radiotherapy, side effect of chemotherapy, it is written.
Yes, yes.
And the aim is that you patient, go please and read.
Yeah.
Go and read. If you read, they don't want to read. I don't know. They don't want to read. We need, again, a campaign to educate the community that please read. There is no harm. There is no harm. If you are reading, at least you will understand.
Yeah.
No need even if you go to your doctors, you will find that it is written there. Don't waste your time with something. He won't add for you anything. What is written in the book, and these booklets being revised every year.
Yes.
We are up to date.
Before we end the show today, I just want to ask you, how do people become members or volunteers, and what is required of them, and what is the required procedures?
Very easy. Most, not only lady or gentleman or the men, everybody is most welcome. We are having no problem with accepting all those who wants to be a member. We are looking for a member, but there is no use of asking to be a member for the something purpose that you are a member of voluntary society. This is
You
not
have to
it.
contribute.
Of course. So, but to be a member, we have a form, we have a number 17233-080,
Okay.
and you will find it in the pamphlet I gave you. Call, tell the secretary that I would like to be a member of Bahrain Cancer Society. There is a form, and there is membership, fees, whatever it is, which is, something, I don't know how much. Yeah, something basic or, or negligible.
Yeah.
And we become, we go through this. We have a committee called, members selection committee.
Okay.
We will agree. We never, reject any people.
Well, we've come to the end of our show. Before we end, we are now in the month of October, the month dedicated to spreading awareness specifically on breast cancer. What can you tell us about the events that you have, or that the society has prepared for breast cancer awareness?
Oh, this is our month.
Yes.
Whenever, to be honest, sleep. We work, maybe if I am exaggerating, I will see 24 hours, because even when you are sleeping, you think about it.
Yes.
So, but we are having a lot of, activities. We are spreading, the news about cancer, how you manage cancer, all over Bahrain. And they will call it the Pink City. The Pink City has become a famous, all over the world, that Bahrain is a pink city. This is, we are doing this for the last 10 years.
Yes.
Number two, we are giving lectures.
Yeah.
And now we don't send any people who can, to give lecture when they have no experience. Now there is a lot of people, they come and they talk about, lecturing people, how they, what is cancer, how they examine themselves. This is not. Examination of the breast is state of art.
Yes.
You have to understand this.
You have to have a feel for it.
You have to have a feel, which part of your body, of your hand you are using. Okay, how can you conduct this? What time you have to do it? People that maybe they use and to do it, every day. This is wrong. So we educate them. What is the proper time of doing this? You know what I mean? And there are difference between, now what I'll tell people when they are doing breast examination, if she is still having menstrual cycle, I said 5 days after. Now if they are menopause, I tell her, okay, you have to have, we have, sort of pamphlet, how to examine. Just write there and you can remember. Exactly. Because, doing a breast self-examination is an art. It's not joke. And those who are teaching you, they should understand which part of your body they are using, how you detect some cancer is located deep inside the breast. And breast, some people they have, some lady have, moderately large, small. Difference.
Exactly.
So it needs, so it needs sort, what you call it, of experience
Yes, yes.
to deal with this.
So you educate in,
We
in how to do
educate
that.
them. We have a models.
You also have an event happening in the Water Garden City.
Everywhere, I gave you that one.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
ask me. You
So
have?
they're all around Bahrain. We have the Bahrain Pink City. Thank you so much, Doctor, for
Yeah,
talking to us today and for shedding light on the society and its work. And we hope that through this show we will be able to spread more awareness about all types of cancer and what the society, the Bahrain Cancer Society, does and can help with.
Yeah, and I want all the ladies, especially the obese, to come and walk.
Yes.
Because they should understand that
marathon.
obesity is, piece and parcel of cancer, breast and the
Absolutely.
menopause people.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doctor, for being with us.
Thank you very much.
And we'd like to thank you, dear viewers, for watching us, and we'll see you next week in another episode of Inside Edition.